And that way you can come back to this one for a more gentle, more mindful workout. All right. Coming to your seat. And just finding that space in the heart and around the heart, in the chest, that may feel so tight and burdened. Breathe directly into that heart space and just exhale. And just continue breathing in and out. Witnessing your breath. Sometimes our hearts are the most heavy, or there is the most on our minds and hearts. It feels almost that much harder to find that space in the body to breathe in. Like almost like there's no room. And when we're anxious about things, our day-to-day breathing just becomes a lot more shallow. So consciously and mindfully finding that space within to breathe. Continuing to offer that breath inward to cure the heart, and continue to offer the breath outward to carry with it those things that are heavy. Let's inhale the arms out to the sides, reaching through the fingertips, engaging a little bit in the core. Feel the shoulder blades come down the back. Flip the palms over so that they are up. Inhale, take the arms all the way up. Exhale, take the right hand down. Reach that left one over the ear. Breathe gently into that left side. Inhale, come back up. Right hand meets the left. Exhale, take the left hand down. Reach over the right ear. Inhale, come all the way back up with the arms. And then exhale, take the hands to the floor, slide or walk the hands forward, offer the heart down. Stretch through the back. Now thread your left arm underneath the right. Press into the back of that left hand. Press that left shoulder down toward the floor. Gaze up underneath the right arm. And then switch. Left hand goes back forward, thread the right one under. Press into the back of that right hand and open up the heart toward the left as you look underneath the left arm. Breathe into that space in the back, between the shoulder blades. And then release that right hand, slide the left one in, switch the crossing of the legs. Lift up tall through the spine. Hands come to rest on the knees. So the palms are on the knees, and just spread out the fingers. And then slowly, starting with the pinkies, start to bring the fingers down to wrap around the knees here. Feel that added grounding in the palms. Feel where the fingers are in contact with the knees. Renew your core to feel straight through the spine. Feel the breath come all the way in and all the way out. Take the arms out wide. Flip the palms up. Inhale, take the arms all the way up. Exhale, take the right hand down. Reach that left arm over the ear. Really stretch through that left side. Next, rise up with that right hand to meet the left. Exhale the left hand down, reach the right one over. Come all the way back up with that left hand to meet the right. Then as you exhale, take both hands to the floor, start to walk or slide them forward, offer the heart down over the legs. Let's thread that left arm underneath, press into the back of the left hand. Try to open up your heart toward the right as you look under your right bicep here. And then let's thread the other one. Right hand through, press into the back of the right hand. Look up underneath that left arm. And then release that right hand, walk the hands back in. Let's uncross the legs, take them out wide. Press through your heels. Try to straighten out the legs as much as possible. And let's walk the hands forward. Hamstrings are still tight, so just give yourself some grace. Breathing all the way into the belly, even sending the breath down the legs all the way to the heels. Slow and steady here. Walk the hands over to the right, to the inside of the right foot. Keep that left sitting bone pressing down. Now frame the right leg with the hands. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, let the heart come down over that right knee. You can even take this left hand, hook it to the outside of the right leg if you wish, to help keep the heart angled over the right leg. And then let's walk your hands over, keep reaching out long, over to the left side. Keep the hands on the inside of the left foot for just a moment. Kind of plant that right sitting bone to the floor as you reach through. You're going to feel that stretch all the way on the right side. Also feeling that in that left hamstring too. Now let's take that left hand, let's frame the leg, lift up halfway, exhale, bring your heart down over the knee. You can take that right hand to hook on the left side of the leg, just to help keep the heart moving toward the left side. Inhale, lift up, come back to center, reach forward once again. Lift up halfway, exhale down. And then walk the hands back in. Let's take the legs together. Press through your heels. Lift up straight and tall through the spine. Take the hands behind, fingertips facing forward, elbows squeeze in. Let's lift up into a reverse plank. And the head can be neutral. You can let it fall back if you wish. Lower back down. Now inhale, take the arms all the way up. And then exhale, forward fold over the legs. Press through the heels. Feel that stretch along the back of the body. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, take the hands behind, fingertips facing forward. Squeeze those elbows, lift up into your reverse plank. Exhale back down. Now come onto your hands and knees. Charlie says it's hot out here. I can't imagine carrying around all this hair. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, round your back into cat. We've already done quite a few where our spine is in this position. Now inhale, drop your belly down, lift into cow. Hold here for a few breaths. Another deep breath in. And as you exhale, round your back into cat. Inhale to cow. And then tuck your toes. Exhale to downward facing dog. Take your hands a little bit wider, maybe to the edges of your mat. And give your shoulders some room to slide down the back. A little bit of space for the shoulders to come away from the ears. Let's lift up onto the toes, really stretch into the toes, bend the knees. Press back with the hands so that the tailbone feels like it's pressing back. It's kind of allowing the knees to come up toward the chest, toward the belly. And then without moving the arms, let's just move the heels back down toward the floor. Walk your hands back to your feet. Come into a forward fold at the back of your mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale back down. Bend into your knees. Take your arms, bring them all the way up. Big reach. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Let's come into a chair pose. Then come back up, hands to heart center. Let's take this left ankle over your right knee. Come into a gentle chair pose here. Flex into the foot and just feel it in that left hip. You can keep your hands at heart center. Let's lift back up, set the foot down, come back into a chair. And then back up into standing. Hook that right ankle over the left knee. Figure 4 chair here. Drop into that left knee. Really press into that right hip. And then lift up. Release that right foot to the floor. Inhale, send the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come forward slowly into your plank pose. Just mindful of your body, holding steady and just wide across the shoulders. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower down between the hands. Inhale up into cobra. Stretch through that core. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Walk your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale back down. Bend into the knees, arms wide, come all the way up, reach high. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, send the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, walk your way back into a plank. Find your breath in. Exhale, lower between the hands. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, back downward dog. Inhale as you walk your feet up to your hands. Relax into a forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale down. Inhale, arms wide, come all the way up. Now this time just exhale, come back into your forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, walk your way into your plank. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower between your hands. Inhale, scoop to cobra. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Walk your way up to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up, reach high. Exhale, come all the way back down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, back into plank. Find your deep breath in. Exhale, lower between the hands. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Walk your way to the top of the mat, forward fold. Next, inhale, lift halfway. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up. This time, just bring your hands to your heart center. So we're going to do a few more of these sun salutations, just paying attention to each movement with each breath. And if I say inhale on one thing and you're on an exhale, just go with it. Just let your body move with each breath. Let your movement be a meditation. So here we go. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, back into plank. Deep breath in at the top here. Exhale, lower down. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, back downward dog. Walk your way to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Next, inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, back down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, walk back to plank. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower between the hands. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Inhale, walk your way to the front of the mat. Just relax in a forward fold for your breath out. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, back down. Inhale all the way up. And then exhale, come all the way down. We're going to run through one more time and come into a child's pose at the end. So inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, walk your way back to plank. Deep breath in at the top here. Exhale, lower down between your hands. Inhale, scoop your heart into cobra. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Linger here for a breath or two. And then come on down to your knees. Take your knees wide, big toes come together, and come into your child's pose. Just take your time. We come to the mat exactly how we are, exactly where we are in the heart. Breathing in, inflate the lungs. Exhale out everything. Press the air out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Come back into downward facing dog when you are ready. Walk your feet in so they're right next to each other. Now we're going to inhale, take your left leg up and back. Bend your knee and open up your hip. Press that right heel down to the floor. And we're going to press that left shoulder downward so that we're, got our arms parallel here. But that hip is open, so we're stretching through that left side. Now, square the hips, send this left foot forward between the hands. Come on down to the right knee. And just taking your time, inhale, slowly come up with the hands. Just pressing the hips forward. Slowly bringing your gaze upward toward the ceiling. Just breathing here. Now, as you exhale, take your hands down to the floor or to blocks if you have them. And we're going to shift back. I'm going to go without my blocks, but if you have blocks and you need to use them, just place them underneath your hands and lift up that left foot. Draw the toes back towards you. Lift your heart up halfway, really extend your spine long, and then drop your heart down over that left knee. Walk your hands forward, bend into that left knee, press your hips forward, and inhale, take the arms back up. Now those back right toes can either be curled under or untucked, whichever you want. Now take the arms back down to the floor. Tuck the right toes, come up off the knee, step back into your downward facing dog. Feet are together. Inhale, send the right leg up, bend the knee, open up the hip. Another breath. Square the body, take that right foot forward between the hands. Come down to the left knee. Press the hips forward. Inhale, come up with the arms. Take a few more breaths here, really leaning into these hips. And then take the hands back down to the floor or to the blocks. We're going to shift back, draw this right knee back, lift the right toes back towards you. Lift your heart forward and your gaze, and then draw the heart back down over the top of the right knee. Spread through those right toes. Really get a good stretch to the hamstring and the calf. We're going to shift forward. Lift the heart. Inhale, take the arms back up. Exhale, take the hands back to the floor. Tuck the left toes, come up off of the knee. Step that right foot back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Now take a moment, just come back down to your knees, take them wide, come back into your child's pose. Care for your heart, care for your breath. And when you're ready, just meet me back on all fours here with the knees right underneath your hips, hands right underneath the shoulders. Let's take that left foot, extend it back, and just bring your gaze forward. Squeeze that left leg in toward the center line, engage your core, keep the heart moving forward. Finding a steadiness here. Muscle control, breath control. And then slide this right hand forward as far as those fingertips will reach. And then gently lift the fingertips up, reach, set them back down. Try to keep the body as still as you can make it. Inhale, send the hand back up, hand back down, lifting back up, back down, back up, and back down. Slide the hand back, relax that left knee down to the floor. Send the right foot back, press through the heel, bring your gaze forward, feel the heart pressing forward. Engage that core, squeeze that right leg into the center, holding steady. Find the steadiness in your breath, find the steadiness in your body. Even when that right leg behind you starts to burn, and all of the distraction goes toward the pain or the discomfort of leaving that leg up. Maybe it goes to your wrists. Wherever the distraction is, breathe into it. Slide that left hand forward as far as it'll go to your fingertips here. Inhale, lift the hand. Exhale it down. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Slide the hand back. Set the right knee down. Take the knees wide. Come back into a child's pose just for a moment. And then meet me back at downward facing dog. Take the hands wide on the mat. Maybe bring the feet together. Let the heart sink down toward the toes. Feel the shoulders expand right and left. And then let's take this right leg up and back. Bend into the knee, open up the hip. Flex into that right foot that's in the air. And if you want to, lift your head up, look over your left shoulder and see if you can see your foot. And then bring your head back to center, square up your hips and take that right knee right behind the right wrist. Come on down to the left knee. And we're going to bring this right foot over to the side. We're coming for a pigeon prep here. So walk that left foot back, flex into the right foot, lift up the heart, feel the hips sink down. Come on down to your elbows. Feel that in the right hip. Breathe into where it might be uncomfortable. And maybe you want to come down a little bit farther. You can. Just come down as far as you want to, where you find rest. And maybe this is too much on your hip. And if it is, take a block or a blanket, kind of bring it up underneath that hip. So it's not meant to bring pain. It's meant to find a spot in this pose where you can find rest and still open up that hip. Take another breath or two here. And then start to walk your hands back in. And we're going to bend into that left leg, bring it in. Now let's reach back with the left hand for the ankle. Now once you get a hold of it, and it's okay if you don't, you could even use a strap here if you need, draw it in, press into your right fingertips that are on the floor, lift your heart. Press that foot into the left hand to help open the heart. And then gently release it. And then we're going to reach back with the right hand. If you can get there, if not, don't worry about it. Press the hand into the foot and open up the heart toward the front. Release the foot and let's make our way back to downward facing dog. Take your time getting there. Before you pedal out feet, just notice the difference between the right and left side of your body. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then start to pedal out the feet. Take your feet back together. And I know we've done the right side already, but I want you to take that right leg up again, bend into the knee, open up the hip again. And then set that right foot down. Let's go to the left side now. Take the left leg up and back, bend the knee, open up the hip. Stay here for just a moment. Now let's lift the head up, gaze over the right shoulder and see if you can see out of your peripheral vision, the foot. If it's okay with your neck, of course. And then squaring everything up, let's take that left knee forward behind the left wrist. Come on down to the right knee. Let this left foot come over just as far as it'll go to the side. Maybe it doesn't go that far. Maybe it sticks right under here. That's okay. Walk this right leg back Okay, Charlie. Sink the hips down. Come on down to your elbows. Come on down as far as you like. You can use your blocks here to rest your head on. Find whatever works best for you. You can even take that block underneath that left hip. Whatever you need. We're going to rest here for a few breaths. Keep breathing. And then when you're ready, start to lift your way back up. And we're going to bend into this right knee, bring the heel towards you. Now, just like last time, if this is not accessible to you, that's totally okay. You can use a strap if you need. Let's start with the right hand. We're going to reach back, look for the ankle and the foot, grasp it, square the shoulders forward, flex into that right foot, and use that foot to press into the hand to open the heart. And your hand can either be on the inside of the ankle or the outside. It doesn't matter. And it depends on what your shoulder likes. And then gently release it, take the right hand down, and then we're going to reach back with the left hand. Reach for the foot or the ankle, flex, press into the hand, lift up. And if you got the ability, you can grab it with both hands. Yikes, I can't do it, but if you got it, you can do that. Great, and release that. Let's step your way back into downward facing dog. Observe your body before pedaling. Just take a moment to breathe into the differences. You know, and sometimes people say, oh, my body feels so balanced here, but really, my left side feels nothing like my right side because my left side is fresh out of these poses. My right side feels a lot more relaxed now. All right, let's take that. Let's pedal out your feet first a little bit here. And then let's take that left leg up and back again. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Just feel that hip open. And then set that left foot back down. Good. Let's come forward into a plank pose. Lower down between the hands. Inhale into cobra. Press back into a puppy pose. So staying on the knees, stack the hips right over the knees. Walk the hands forward, offer the heart down. Walk the hands back in. Swing the legs around. Come onto your back. Lower down, bring your knees into your heart. And let's go back and forth with the knees a little bit. Rocking on the low back. Just noticing the feel of it. Noticing your breath. Maybe it feels good, maybe it doesn't. One way or the other. Just experience. Now let's take your left leg long. Take your arms out to the sides. And then just rotate your knee like you're drawing big circles on the ceiling with your right knee. Move with the slowness of your breath. There's no race. And then go the opposite direction. Try to go out as wide as you can go. And even as far in as almost crossing the knee across the body. And then come back to the stopping point at the top here. Bring your left knee in. Take your right leg long. Arms go back out to a T if you had to bring them in. And then just start rotating this left knee all the way around. Rotate the hip in its socket. Good. So the opposite direction. One or two more times. And then come back to the top. Bring both knees into the chest. And then set the feet down with the knees stacked on top. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath. Lift up. Inhale, come into a bridge. Easy bridge. We're just lifting up, using the muscles that it takes just to get you here. Breathing into the heart. Lower yourself back down. Inhale, come back into bridge. Next exhale, lower back down. Now let's take your feet a little bit wider on your mat. Windshield wiper the legs back and forth. Let's take the right leg long. Take this left knee into the chest and then cross it over to the right side. Adjust yourself as much as you need to be comfortable here. And let your gaze go to the left and your left arm extend out. And come back to center. Left leg goes long, right knee comes in. Cross it over to the left side. Let your gaze go to the right. Right arm goes to the right. Slowing the body way down. And then come back to center. Coming into happy baby. Lifting the feet up. You can bend into the knees. Soles of the feet are up. Rocking a little from side to side. You can stretch the legs long if you wish. And when you're ready, let's release the feet. And we're going to come into your version of Shavasana, legs long if you wish. Or if you want to, you can take the soles of your feet together and let your knees open up. And if you do that way, you can either leave them right as they are, or feel free to prop your knees on a block. kind of figure out what your body's feeling today. Propping them up on the block helps to keep the pressure off the muscles that may be trying to hold you up as time goes on within your Shavasana. Just gives you the support you need. Arms, of course, come down to the side or resting on the belly. Start to slow the breath. Maybe start to slow the traffic of thoughts in the mind. There's no way that we can get that inner state to stop moving. But that's okay. Just being aware of the thoughts that go by, not interacting with one thought or another. Almost like having an out-of-body experience, just relaxing without engaging. Just starting to slowly bring your attention back to your breath. Feel the pressure come off the heart with the next exhale, creating more space around the heart. Start to walk your feet in, bring your arms in. Fold yourself in. And when you're ready, roll yourself over to your favorite side. Linger here for just a moment. And then pressing yourself back up. Coming back to seated on your mat. Draw up tall through the spine. Hands into heart center. Hopefully feeling a little more centered, a little more grounded, a little more heart forward. Those passageways to get us to the deep breath, maybe a little bit more worn down so that we can get there easier. And remembering to be still and know. Be still and know. Namaste. All right. You have a good day. Love you, friend.